Hello, Pocono Mountains and Lake Wallenpaupack region. I'm Bridget Gelderman with Davis Archant. I just want to dig into the market report for April and sort of where we are now in mid-May. I know a lot of people are curious about the real estate market, so hopefully this helps fill things in a little bit as to what's going on. So just keep in mind with last April, so when I'm comparing data, we were still shut down last April. So it's really hard to compare apples to apples. So I think in this instance, I'm more comparing how we're doing over the last few months as opposed to comparing last April. So just keep that in mind as we go through. Obviously, we are seeing a really nice increase in new listings, which is great if you're looking to buy a house. We are seeing more houses come on the market than we have in the past. So let's just go over the stats. Our average sales price for April, $270,000, which is a 44% increase from April 2020, which was about $188,000. So that's a significant increase. Again, we were shut down though. Average year-to-date sales price is up 41%. It's $260,000. Last year at this time, our average sales price was $184,000. So we've made a significant increase in the average sales price, and I know that's felt in the prices a bit. Our absorption rate is 1.55, so it would take a little over a month and a half to sell off all of our inventory. That number has been as high as a 15, 16 when we had a lot of inventory on the market. And we're down 74% from 1 year ago. January, we're at a 1.77. We have gone down each month with the exception of April, we actually started to creep back up. So January we were 1.77, March we were 1.31, April we were at a 1.45, and like I said, year to date we're at a 1.55. So it seems to me that our low inventory point will probably end up being March. And we saw an increase in inventory in April. So we could very well be out of the least amount of inventory we've had in our market. We could be climbing out of that. So keep that in mind as you're thinking about selling your house, as more inventory comes on. Obviously supply increases, so buyers are able to get their houses. So just keep that in mind. Sold listings. We sold 222 last month. We're up 55% from last April, but again, keep that in mind. It was really hard to sell homes last April when we were closed. And I know there were a lot of remote closings, so that makes up the 143 that we saw last April. Every price point over 140,000 is doing well right now, and the top end, the 400,000 price point has tripled. We are definitely seeing our higher end homes sell. So let's talk about our active homes on the market. We're down 66% compared to last April, and we're down about 30% year to date. So, I was actually thought that number would be higher, our year to date number, but 30% is significant. Our new listings are up 389% compared to last April. Again, when we're closed, it's hard to list homes. And we're only down 12% in new listings overall. Again, I was surprised. I thought that number would be bigger. It just feels like inventory is so tight, but we're selling houses as fast as they're coming on, especially if they're priced right. If they're not priced right, they may not be selling quickly. So, our current active homes on the MLS for Pike and Wayne County, right now we are at 423 homes. Let me just hit something on hopefully we didn't lose our information there. Sorry, I had a low battery notice. But anyway, our mid-May current active homes on the market were 423. April was 358, and mid-March we were at 262. So again, I think that mid-March was our low point in inventory. When we reopened last May, we had 945 homes on the market. It looks like I said, we are climbing out of that with 423, and we're seeing a lot of homes go on each day. So let's talk about our communities. As I've been keeping track of information, it looks like our communities are starting to list more homes. The Hideout, we have 35 active homes on the market. In April, we had 22, and in March, we only had 18. So we've almost doubled our inventory since March. Fawn Lake, we currently right now have 7 homes on the market. In March, we had 1. So we've definitely increased our inventory in Fawn Lake. And then Mast Hope, we have 9 in May, we had 9 last month, and in March we only had 1. So as you could see the trend, we're increasing our inventory. Our lakefronts, they're pretty much remaining just about stable. In January we had 7, now we have 8, and it kind of fluctuated between 5 and 6 in the months in between. We have 11 pending Wallenpaupack lakefronts, and as you can imagine, they're coming on and they're selling. Our non-Lake Wallenpaupack lakefronts, so other lakefronts on other lakes. We have just about doubled our inventory since last month. In April, we had 15. In May, we have 29. January, we had 25. So we have doubled our inventory in 1 month in non-Lake Wallenpaupack lakefronts. We have 25 pending. Last month, we had 27. Couple more statistics. Tanglewood is really kind of holding steady, not a lot of inventory in there in Tanglewood Lakes. In May we had 7, in April we had 5, we have 7 pending, and last month we had 9 pending. Wallenpaupack Lake Estates, again, very low inventory, 6. Last month we had 7, in April we had 7, and we are pending 16. And then homes with a boat slip on Lake Wallenpaupack, so non-lakefronts, 7 is that number there. Right now we have 7 on the market, and in April we also had 7 on the market. So we're again holding steady there. March was our low point of 3. So that's just a little recap of what's going on in the real estate market here. Hopefully that is helpful. If you have any questions, please reach out to me, give me a call, send me a text, or send me an email. Thank you so much for liking my page. And if you're looking to buy or sell, please reach out and we can review this information. Have a great day. Bye.